Hey! Marco255 here. You know, the guy who made the FNF mod videos a while back which got decently popular, all things considered. It's been a good while, hasn't it? Well, I'm back because that one game got a genuine, official update after 3 actual years. My Jesus, how am I not withering away yet? Now, a few ground rules before we start. There are a few songs listed as official songs that are not included here, those ones being Explosive and Fight. These ones are not included because they are basically shorter versions of the song Talkin' Smack, so including them on here feels unnecessary, to be honest. I hope you can understand. The instrumental versions of songs will also not be included for obvious reasons. Overall, there are a grand total of 57 songs included in this ranking, all taken from the official list of songs from the official OST releases. Also, I'll have some sections of the video where you can see my first reaction to some of the new songs. Finally, please keep in mind that the songs at the bottom aren't necessarily bad per se, I just simply don't like them as much as the higher ones. Without further ado, let's fulfill an end goal of mine. 60. Okay, so monster songs are a bit difficult to think about, because I do sorta, kinda, little bit like listening to them every now and then, but in the vacuum of Funkin songs that exist, yeah, it kinda blows. These songs, especially Monster, have been moving all over the place in my rankings, and Monster ends up right where I put it from the very beginning, dead last. It's not a very fun song, all things considered, but something in me just can't hate listening to it anymore. I'm not sure what it is. 59.
Left, right, left, right.
Whenever Tutorial comes up when I'm listening to the game's OST, it's nice to listen to and it's just a fun, charming time. However, it's certainly not something I want to listen to all the time, mainly because of how simple it is compared to every other song in the game, for obvious reasons. I didn't expect this song to be super high because of the nature of it, but what can you do, huh? 58.
Your skin is freezing, and let me help you take it off.
Now this placement's an interesting one. I've always at least liked Winter Horrorland, but this playthrough all these years later has made me realise it's okay. I can totally see why I liked it so much back then, but there are simply more interesting songs to listen to than Monster's songs. I guess the importance of this song for the community was significant, as it allowed for many more unique songs in various mods like Salty Sunday Night's Freedom, D-Side's remix, and Neo's remix. Those ones are great and really show how cool Monster songs could be, especially D-Sides. 57. Now, ever since I got into the game, there's been a number of songs which I've known are at least noticeably weaker than all the others. The first being Coco. There's just something about this song that simply doesn't hit right compared to the others. It's a song that simply passes and does nothing else. It barely even feels Christmassy at all, like how do you mess that up? This is simply a very forgettable song, and I'm glad to be done with it here because I just don't care about it. 56. Hey, first song from the new set list. And it's a cutscene song that's 30 seconds long. I mean, yeah, it's decently intense and adds a lot to the scene and all, but what else is there to say? I sincerely doubt anybody's favourite song is Chase, and I'm not afraid to voice that opinion. If your favourite song is Chase, you are a bad person. Joke. 55. We're gonna get a lot of these miscellaneous songs here before the main cool ones get introduced, so let's chill out. I'm eating breakfast whilst writing this, so that's fun. The breakfast was off-brand Crave, it's very nice. Okay, it's all finished now. I'm saying all this stuff because that's what would happen if I listened to this song out and about. I just talk about random things that aren't relevant, and I mean that in a good way, of course. I've lost track of my whole point. Just know I like this song a bit and that there's better versions later down the line or something. What the fuck? 54. Talking Smack really is a song that would play when you hear someone dissing you. Just imagine someone says that your hair sucks and then boom, song. Perfect. Oh yeah, and the song itself is pretty fun and intense and adds to the cutscenes well. Let's continue.
I found something better than our pension schemes.
53. Spookies is another song I've always thought was noticeably weaker than the others in the set list. It's just a goofy Halloween song and not much else to me. Literally whilst listening to this song for the video, I sorta lost track of what I was doing, and I ended up getting partway through South, which was funny. That just shows how much nothing I feel towards this song, and how South completely overshadows it on all fronts. 52. I swear, just go onto Spotify and there it is. This cutscene song is called Gay Instrumental. This is the instrumental version, mainly because the version from the cutscene with the vocals ain't released by them alone, so here we are. This song gives a great oh shit vibe, which perfectly encapsulates why Pico is straight up done for, as all the possibilities run through his mind. It's a great song that fits the cutscene well, but there's just other songs I prefer to listen to more. 51. Girlfriend song is nice, cheery, and overall a great time. I originally had a section talking about me not knowing where this song is used, but now I know that you gotta input a sequence on the title sequence, so yay! But anyways, it's a solid time, and the first instance of a brand new composer being included on a song in this list. That one of course being the legendary Soruki. You have no idea how excited I was when I found out that my favorite Funkin mod composer made it onto the official team, as it is an incredible thing to see happen. Apparently, the OG Funkin team can't imagine continuing the game without these co-composers, so they really helped cook with these new songs. We'll talk about them more a bit later. 50. Now we're getting to the really solid miscellaneous songs. This one is a classic, as I'm sure everybody remembers their first reaction to getting blue-balled. Game Over is a very chill song that really gets you thinking about what went wrong on that attempt, and makes you keep going. Or should I say not stopping? 49. A brand new version of Breakfast, and it's in swing. I love me some swing music, and it doesn't disappoint. It's a very catchy and fun version of this classic that I indeed prefer over the original. One of my favourite aspects of the newer updates is how they made the game feel complete, and one of those ways is by adding various details that are small in the grand scheme of things, but add a lot to the overall package, like this remix of Breakfast. Very good and fun indeed. 48. Senpai is not super interesting to me, but that's because it's not really supposed to be. This song's intention is to set the mood of the dating simulator that you find yourself in, and it does that fantastically. It sounds exactly like something you'd find in one of these games, and that's why it's so awesome. As a song that you're supposed to listen to in a chill sense, however, is where it flops, so that's why it's so low. 47. Pixel versions of already existing songs are a lot better than I was expecting, to be honest. This version of Game Over to me feels like it takes all the things that make the original so solid, and simply amplifies it. It's a very chill time even if the original is more iconic, and I honestly listen to it a lot more. 46. What do I realistically need to say about this song? It's Boppy Bo, the one that started it all, kind of. It's simply a really charming and fun time that has been unforgettable to me ever since I got into the game. I also love how the name works with part of the vocals too, like, wouldn't it be funny if all the songs in the game had naming structures like this? Imagine talking about hood classics as ba beeple ba and wah 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 wah. That would be awesome. But yeah, good song.
Do you want to see what the US government airstrike looks like?
Surely. 45. I don't know whether or not this placement will ruffle some feathers, but here we go. Erect remixes are fantastic new interpretations of the main songs for the people who want an extra challenge, like me. Each of them are all great in their own right, except for one in my opinion. That one being Eggnog. Let me just say that when I was playing this for the first time, I genuinely thought that the vocals were actively off time with the instrumental, which sounded that weird to me. There are more reasons why this is the only Erect remix lower than the original. One of those being that it feels a lot easier than the original to me. I swear the difficulty settings are all over the place on these songs. Like, you mean to tell me that Saturn Banty's Erect is harder than Spooky's Erect? I don't think so, buddy. Anyways, yeah, it's a lot easier for me, partially due to the lower BPM, which is also another reason I prefer the original. The original was super upbeat and exciting, which is why I always thought Eggnog was. This version focuses too much on the vibe of the song, in my opinion, and it simply just doesn't work for me. I have been slowly coming around this song a little, so my opinion may change with time, but for now it's the only song in these new updates I'd call a little disappointing. It's made by Saruki too, like what happened here? 44. Okay then, I'm liking this song as well. Oh, I got shit. Alright. Okay. I'm overall a little mixed on Weekend 1 songs. It may simply be because they're not for me personally, but they don't excite me as much as I feel like they should. Disregarding two exceptions you should probably know. I feel like the structure of Lit Up overall is a little all over the place, not making a ton of sense overall, and the turns aren't memorable either, making this song by far the weakest in the week in my opinion. 43.
I can't believe what I'm seeing.
I don't really know what to say here. I guess I think the general voices that could be heard are kind of funny, and it's pretty catchy. I really don't know why I have this one so high, to be honest. I just really like listening to it. That's about it, so let's move on. 42. Alright, okay, I didn't expect this shit. Oh, but it's fun though. Oh, let's go. This is like, oh god. Oh, that is fun. Also, I don't think that Spooky's Erect is a super fun song to listen to on its own. Playing it is absolute hell in a strangely fun way. My right arm hurts every time I play it because of how the charting is laid out, and it's a strange mix of being really fun and really annoying at the same time. I keep coming back to this one because of the charting, and that's why it's this high, to be honest. You already know my thoughts on Spookies, and most of the same things still apply to this version, to be honest, so I don't have a lot to write about. Yeah, 41. Pico's pause menu theme is such a vibe and a half, I love it. It feels like the perfect song to listen to when you don't have anything to do and you're just chilling out near a skate park, hearing the sounds of the people walking by, saying hi every now and then. That's quite a specific comparison which even I don't have recollection of, but it just feels right. Songs that you can connect to realistic circumstances, whether good or bad, are always a treat. 40. Whilst this is a pretty upbeat song that's fun to listen to, I think it's a little too short and gets less exciting the more you listen to it. I literally don't know what to say about it, honestly. It's just a solid time that gets you hyped to play something random. 39. Welcome to the first song that is listed on OST releases that is 100% not in the game at the moment. Give a Little Bit Back is a great time, feeling like a great mix of upbeat tunes and chill vibes. It manages them both really well, and the song itself can work in any scenario really. There's simply a ton of songs I prefer, but this one that makes me put it this low unfortunately. 38. Man, this is making me really reflect. Oh man. Oh, this is an awesome version. Man, what a We Are So Back feeling song. Bobby Bo Erect is an incredible remix of this classic that does everything to encapsulate Erect remixes as a whole, which is exactly what it should do. It's harder than the original, it has a more exciting vibe, and it's super fun. This is what I imagine when thinking of Erect remixes, and this is only the beginning of the great Erect songs. Spoiler alert, but the final tier is basically only Erect remixes with a few exceptions, so get hyped. 37. Whilst I've always been conflicted on whether or not I liked Blammed or Pico more, I've always thought that Feeling Nice was the weakest song of week 3. That's not to say it's bad, far from it in fact, but there's something about it that doesn't quite hit as hard as the other two, and I can't figure out what it is. At least the rest of Pico's songs in the entire game are genuinely peak, you'll see later.
How about funny? We're on the. Oh no.
36. Whenever I'm drawing from now on, I'm gonna put this song on in the background, as it works so perfectly whilst doing that. Artistic expression feels like it brings the creative juices out of me, and I really appreciate that. Obviously it's not super crazy or anything, but that's exactly why I love it, and is also unfortunately the reason why I can't bring myself to place it over the rest of the soundtrack. I don't really know why, but I feel like this song really means something to me, and I appreciate that a ton. 35. Oh yes! Oh, this is amazing. Roses is gonna be an insanely fun song, I can imagine. Senpai Erect is basically, what if we made Senpai more than just a mood setter? And they delivered fantastically. It's simply a very wholesome and fun time to listen to, even if I haven't listened to it much. I should listen to it more to be honest, because I completely forgot how good it is until scripting. Wow. 34. Whenever I listen to High, I have a super fun time. It's a really great song. However, it's weirdly forgettable. For some reason, I just don't think about it much, even if I know how good it is. I even think about some of the songs below this one more than High itself, and that's just really weird. If it were more memorable, I have no problems putting it higher.
Get it?
And I even did have it pretty high originally, but multiple listen-throughs made it go down here. 33. Oh damn, it goes hard. It's really hard. Oh, okay. Oh yes. I'm gonna have a blast when I play the original songs again. Darnell is a fantastic mood setter for the whole week, letting you know that this is so much different than what you'd expect, and I am all for it. Whilst it does suffer from the same problems as the other Weekend 1 songs, those being that it does feel quite repetitive and that I'm simply not a huge fan of the genre of music, I'm never against listening to it, so there you go. Also, a little bit unrelated, but did you know that this is the longest song on Weekend 1? Not even Too Hot reaches this length. Subscribe for more fun facts. 32, 31, 30, and 29. I've bunched these songs all together because they're all in the same vein as each other, pairing fantastically with each of the result screens you can get depending on how well you do. The normal results is the most basic of the bunch, so that's why it's at the bottom. It also gets you feeling something the least out of them all. Results Excellent is much more exciting and makes you feel really great. Blue Song makes you feel like you fucked up big time, but you can always try again with much better results next time. In a way, it's sort of similar to the Game Over theme in that regard. In stark contrast to the last, Results Perfect makes you feel like... Perfecting Pico Erect, and then hearing that, was some of the most satisfying shit you'll come across in an indie game, I swear. Overall, these result screen themes are really great and stuff. I just think that the rest of the songs higher than these are better to listen to individually. 28. Whilst this song is a little iffy on the structure, Eggnog is a great time all around, featuring well-paced turns, a super fun and fast pace, and is quite memorable considering the fact that it's the only good Week 5 song. With the Erect remix, I expected it to be much more like this version, but there are times in that one where I forget that it's Eggnog, and that's why I think that version is weaker. I should try Eggnog one day, maybe I'll like it. 27. Hey, it's the song I used for the intro. At the moment, this song is not in the game, which is a real shame as I love it. It would work great for the credits or some other menu, but oh well. This is a great song to use in the background of things, and that's why I thought it was the best candidate for the intro. I have a ton of appreciation for this song, and it's only the beginning of the incredible saga of alternate versions of Fresh here.
Milk, water, strawberry, smoothie, ice, and banana.
26. Man, Bland is intense. It has some of the best drops in the entire setlist, and an incredible instrumental that pairs perfectly with the structure of the vocals. I will say that parts after the insane drop do leave a bit to be desired, which is why it isn't higher, but oh well. It's still one of the most iconic and memorable songs in the entire game. 25. Oh, there's another one! I had no idea! I had no idea! Dude, this is the song from that trailer as well! Blazin' is the first playable song in the main game that does not have any vocals, and wow is it something special. Hearing that moment around 35 seconds in is incredible, and leads to a fantastically intense fight scene, which is also what began the teaser trailer for this fantastic update all those years ago.
Ironic.
Something weird is that the ending to this song in the game is straight up different to the way it ends on the official releases. Not sure why that's the case, but it doesn't stop Blazin' from being a great end to a great week. 24. It's so long since I've even seen this week. Oh man, this is going to be insane. Erect High is pretty much just high, but with a better instrumental. It's not necessarily a complaint, but they barely changed any of Mummy Mirror's vocals, and they just added more boops for BF and called it a day. Don't get me wrong, the vibes are here, and it is a joy to listen to, but it feels like the most similar to the original Erect song of the bunch, and that's not really a great thing in this case. 23. Yep, that's right. The Kickstarter trailer song counts in this list, due to it being listed as a song for the game on official releases of the soundtrack. And I'm glad it is too, as it is a true banger, perfectly scoring that trailer amazingly and sounding great on its own too. Drop with the guitar going off is so iconic and fun to listen to, you have no idea. This is honestly one of the first songs I think of when I think about Funkin's OST. It's that important to me, and I love it wholeheartedly. 22. Thorns is a deceptively simple and intense little song, pairing amazingly well with the visuals. Again, it is a little simple overall, making it a bit lower than the others here, but I still love to listen to it whenever it comes on. I'm not really sure what else to say here, to be honest. I pretty much said everything I could have wanted to say right then and there, so 21. Another one of the most iconic songs in the entire game. Dad Battle is so memorable, I couldn't imagine putting it anywhere lower than here. I'd say this song represents what FNF is all about, to be honest. Spitting the bars your enemy throws at you so you can have heaping hot sex with your girlfriend. If only there were another version of this song that manages to be more intense and exciting. Haha, comedy. 20. There's just something about satin panties that I just love. Don't take that out of context, please. Anyways, the beat of the song is really catchy, the tons are really fun to sing along to, the duet moment is incredible, this song has it all. I really don't have any notes for this song, Kawaii Sprite did an incredible job on it. Now I wonder what the Erect version is like. 19. Satin Panties Erect is quite the interesting song, as it realistically doesn't do too much to differentiate the vocals from the original, but something about it just hits so right. It's so damn fun to listen to, even when it's objectively not harder than Spooky's Erect. Seriously, who chose the difficulty for these songs? 18. Getting Freaky is Friday Night Funkin'. This song leaves such an impression on you when you first listen to it, it's insane. It perfectly represents what this game is about and what it represents. It's a Newgrounds love letter at heart, representing everything that wonderful website has to offer. It's perfectly paced, has a perfect vibe to it, and sets the mood of the game genuinely flawlessly. I can't think of a better main theme for Friday Night Funkin' than this. 17. Whoa. Okay then. Okay. Hey look, it's that one song that got leaked. It was almost impossible to not get spoiled by the leaks for what Too Hot was like, but I forgot whilst playing this, so yay. Whilst again, similar problems to the other Darnell songs rise with this one, those being that it's quite repetitive and there are other genres of music I prefer, I can't deny how intense and awesome this song is within the week. It fits so damn well and the drops are awesome every time. Guys, I got the flashlight! 16. South was my favourite song back when the game went only up to 6 weeks, and it still holds up immensely well. The tons are fantastically paced with the music, it works surprisingly well for Skid and Pumper's characters, and I naturally have a ton of nostalgia for it. An iconic and incredible song that I could never forget. 15. Oh my god, I seriously did not expect Fresh to go so high, even trumping Dad Battle in its entirety. I'd say this is another song that represents Funkin' as a whole, but in this case it represents the more chill side of the game. There's something inherently relaxing about Funkin' which I can't entirely discern, but I absolutely adore it, and this song as a whole. Okay, so something I didn't realize up until I got to this song in editing is that I completely forgot to talk about Fresh Erect, which would go right here. I would go back and change everything, but I'm so far into the video now to the point where it's easier if I do this instead. Oh, dude, the combination of the... Oh. Oh, I'm back. Fresh Erect is in between Fresh and the next song because it takes the vibes OG Fresh gives and makes them, well, erect, which I adore so much. It's even more chill than OG Fresh and it's so much fun to listen to. It's simply a little too short for my liking. That's about it, so let's get back on schedule. 14.
Yo. This is the remix.
I don't know what it is about this version of Fresh, but it's always been one of the best songs in the game to me. It's pretty much only Fresh but with lyrics, but I can't help but get into it so much more. Before the new update, this song was consistently up there in my top 10 songs from the game. It's that good. An underrated, weirdly emotional song to me that I'll, again, never forget. 13. Week 7's weakest song is number 13. I don't want to hear any counter-arguments over which week in the game is the best, excluding Erect songs, but they're not really weak, so fuck you. Has some genuinely, viscerally intense metal clanging sounds that are genuinely perfect for the song. The vocals are perfectly placed and match the instrumental amazingly, and of course, you cannot forget about that work fantastically. I remember when this song came out, I straight up could not stop listening to it for days. I was so damn excited. This is another song I'd consider to be one of the most iconic in the game, for good reason. 12. Alright. Let's go, dude. Let's go. That Battle Erect is pretty much everything I could have hoped for out of a remix of this song. It is the textbook example of what an Erect song can do. Make the already great original song even more intense, exciting, and fun, to create more challenging terms that are still great to listen to, and overall deliver a great experience. The only nitpick I could possibly think of for this song is that it's a little weird how it switches from the BF vocals from the original to a different chromatic set. That pretty much doesn't matter though, as it's still an incredible song I'll be listening to for a long time. 11. Honestly, Stress was my favourite song in week 7 when it was released, but over time, I've grown to like the one everybody likes the most more. This song is still an incredible time, perfectly matching the intensity of the situation, making the vibes unparalleled, and just sounding very nice. I like it a lot, yeah. Similar to, you can't talk more about the song without mentioning... Pretty good! Oh, and then the song gets even more intense after that and a bit more... My god, it's awesome. 10. Oh, yes! Oh, yes, this is a good version. Yeah, South Erect is pretty much South but better, alright. It definitely makes a more intense instrumental. The vocals are also great, the vibes are amazing, and it's all great, woohoo! I do find it a little strange when it goes to these parts. But that's hardly a complaint when the whole song is just so good. I don't really know what else to say, it's just really good and is a standout of the new update. 9. My god, Roses holds up so damn well. It's so intense, the turns are unbelievably catchy, and the instrumental does everything it needs to create an unforgettable, incredible song that has always been a highlight of the soundtrack. I seriously didn't expect it to turn up this high, but I don't care, as it is mind-bogglingly fantastic.
And now
What's that building
the
look
end
like?
is near.
8. And welcome to the stage, the biggest upset of the century, Pico! I've created a Funkin soundtrack ranking list countless times at this point, and Pico has always been fairly high, but never in a million years would I have predicted it to stay in the top 10. Pico is just a legendary song that can and will never get old, no matter how many times you listen to it. There's just something about it that makes it work so well, and I can't figure out what it is. Not that it matters, of course, as I can keep listening to it for hours on end. 7. Oh yeah, by the way, boyfriend is like erect in this, right? That's how it works, right? Whoa! Dude, please let me play that shit. If Erect weeks counted, Erect week 3 would be the best week of FNF in terms of songs. Erect Blammed makes the already incredible drop from the original into this. That is by far the second greatest drop in the whole game, with the number 1 spot housing the best, so we'll talk about it then. And oh man, does this song deserve that. I guess the stuff surrounding the drop is your usual Erect debacle we get, so it doesn't quite reach the heights of the other ones, but it still sounds immaculate. So into 7th place you go. 6. Oh, dude. Oh, they did not skimp on these ones. Holy moly, they went all out with Thorns Erect. It changes the original's turns enough to feel like its own song while keeping the Thorns blood pumping through it. That drop is awesome. It's consistently intense and awesome. Man, it's everything one could hope for. Also, Sasta worked on this. Y'all remember Sasta? He was that one guy who did those good songs. Overall, a masterclass in Funkin music. And we've finally reached the top 5, the greatest OG Funkin songs ever made for the game. Let's begin with a classic, why don't we? 5. MILF is what I would consider to be the most iconic song in Friday Night Funkin', and it has a damn good reason to be of that status. The structure of the song is genuinely immaculate, being perfectly paced and exaggerating the moments that need exaggerating. The turns sound genuinely incredible. It almost feels like you're listening to a song on the damn charts, which makes a lot of sense as it straight up was. It is still one of the most intense Funkin' songs out there, having another one of the best drops in the entire game you all know and love. MILF is the crowning achievement of the game, and what I would consider to be the Magnum Opus of FNF, the most significant and important song to grace the game's identity. As you can tell, however, there are 4 more songs that are just kind of better. Yeah, let's talk about Peak Fiction now. 4. Pico Erect is the best possible way the team would have improved Pico. I have no notes. Pico and Boyfriend complement each other so damn well in this song. The harder turns sound genuinely immaculate. This part is genuinely peak. Oh. This is one of the few songs in the game I actively went out of my way to get a P rank on, mainly due to how good the song is, but also how good and fun the charting is. I think this song's chart is up there as being one of the best in the game. It is such a blast. The turns also complement the difficulty in a good way. Overall, just everything I could have hoped for. And now for something I didn't expect at all. 3. Oh, okay, yeah, I'm liking this one. Oh, yes. Oh, man. I don't know how they did it, but my least favorite song in week 3 is now my favorite in Erect week 3. It's the instrumental that really sells this one for me. It works to vastly improve how the vocals sound in comparison, which just works so much better now too. It is crazy how a simple change in instrumental can work wonders for a song, and the new additions of turns make the original feel babyish in comparison. This is by far the biggest glow up in the game, and maybe in Funkin history. Remember, I never really liked cycles much. A song that will go down in history for sure. Much like 2. I mean, you all expected it to be at least decently high, right? Guns is a masterclass in music as a whole, sort of having a lot in common with why MILF works so well now that I think about it. The structure is incredible, the vocals complement the instrumental perfectly, and there's so many memorable moments in the span of a 2-minute 20-second song, such as and the one we all know. How is it feasible? How is it possible to make something like this genuinely? Music is straight up magic to me, and Guns is one of the best examples as for why. I could listen to it for hours and hours and never get tired of it. But, of course, there's still one more song that somehow, some way, against all odds, made it to number 1. It was genuinely super difficult to create this whole ranking, as these top songs are all so close to each other in my eyes in terms of quality. But one had to take that top spot, and it ended up being 1. Oh shit, dude, I was right. Oh my god! What the hell? This should be illegal. My reaction to this song says it all, really. How is it legal to create something that has a drop like this? The charting complements the song so damn well here, with these parts being so damn satisfying. The updated terms are genuinely perfect. It still feels like Roses whilst keeping its own identity, and it ends in the best way imaginable. I was expecting to like Roses Erect a whole lot, but not place it at the top, but here we are. I may like listening to other songs more than this one, and they might even be straight up better in ways, but Roses Erect will always be my personal favourite song in FNF, the one that shocked and appealed to me the most out of all others in the game. And that ends the list. You have no idea how satisfying it was to write that down. My god. Friday Night Funkin', and I say this with complete 100% sincerity, changed my life. I wouldn't have picked up drawing if this game didn't exist and realised how much of a passion I have for art, making me want to take up animation for a university course soon. I wouldn't have started this YouTube channel and made a name for myself in this community, alongside improving my editing and general video making skills as I've gone. I probably would have done better in my GCSEs, to be perfectly honest, but I don't care. I've got a great life right now, and I owe a lot of it to this stupid blue hair beat boot man game. However, to be perfectly honest with you all, it's pretty clear that I've sort of moved on from this game and I've gotten into a lot of other things. My more recent videos on topics I've been passionate about as of late, like the Pikmin area ranking and the Smash Bros character reveal ranking, don't hold a candle to a solid amount of regular night ranking episodes I've made in terms of views. I understand why, and it doesn't really bother me too much, but I don't want to be seen as an FNF tuber anymore, because I'm not really into the game. The last mod I downloaded outside of the recently released soft mod update, which I really enjoyed, was half a year ago, and that was Mario's Madness version 2. I have moved on, and I hope you can all understand that there will be little to no more Funkin videos on this channel. I don't say this definitively, of course, as there's always a chance for a new mod to release which blows me out of the water and gets me back on the Funkin train, but I'm much more casual about the game now. This channel will all be about the stuff I want to make, like the videos mentioned previously. I should probably also say that the Funkin videos I made back in the day I was passionate about, and I am proud of them still. I don't entirely know what will come next, but it's just how life is, isn't it? Well, that's everything, so I'll see you later. Wait! There is one more thing I want to do. Let's end my time in this community with a stream, why don't we? Tune in soon after this video releases for a stream where I'll be playing a bunch of random Funkin things, like Silly Billy, some classics, and more. Now that's everything, so I may see you in the future. Have a good one, and thank you.